Now, at least 3 persons were injured in a motor vehicle collision along the Bog Walk bypass in St. Catherine on Sunday morning. It is understood that 2 cars were involved in the mishap, resulting in one of them running off the road and running into a yard. People at the scene said the 3 occupants of the vehicle were trapped inside until firefighters from the Lindsay Fire Station arrived and freed them from the mangled vehicle. They were reportedly taken to hospital for treatment. The police are investigating.
I'm suggesting that there are several things that can be said about the fight against crime and murders especially that are credible and that could compel someone reasonably thinking, of course, who's not tied to any party to say, well, I like this message and I'd support this party for this measure that they'll implement to take us to a better place beyond where we are now, because we're looking for improvement. We're looking for zero. Although zero murders is not possible, but you get the idea. But to come and say incredibly and fantastically that the same way you wanted to apportion resources to the JCF, the same way that you were keen to make legislative changes to help the JCF, the same way you were rallying the citizenry to assist the JCF to get better results, those things are happening now. And you say it's not government action, it's purely the police. Then let me ask a question. For the billions that have been spent on police work over the last 9 years, how many of those billions have been signed off by the police commissioners? Since it says the police alone. And this is the trick in the argument. It's a bait to get people like myself, people in the administration, to defend the government's position in such a way that you could say, let's put up the police against the commentators in media, put up the police against the government, because here's the government is trying to take all the credit, and here that public commentator trying to give the government all the credit. No, that's not it, of course. It cannot happen without the men and women of the constabulary. They are the ones out there. So I know it's them. But what about the enabling structure that is built around them? And what credit does a government take for apportioning resources wisely? All the things that have been done to help the police to do this incredible job that we're talking about are things previous administrations wish they could do if they had the resources. This one does, and it is doing those things. So how do you cheapen their argument and believe that you are convincing sensible people that government deserves zero credit? I'm suggesting that this is one of the gravest mistakes that the PNP campaign is making. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Even though we know men and women lie with numbers.
Oh God. Good evening, everyone. I did a video earlier and my son grandmother called me and told me that I shouldn't mention my son's name, so I had was to delete the video. So now I am redoing the video. And whilst I'm doing this video, I'm just going to ask you kindly to share the video. Let it go viral, please, because it's a case where my son is in fear for his life. My son attended the Alphonsus Davis High School in Spalding, Clarendon. Now, most of you may have seen a video surfacing on social media sometime last week. A group of boys were fighting from that same school, Alphonsus Davis High. Now, my son was a victim of that fight. Now, how it all started. Every lunchtime, since of late, apparently because Miss Alphonsus Davis High is coming up or so. So every lunchtime they have a party at the school. Kids would go there and dance. And some of you parents, your daughters are there dancing up on boys, because what caused the fight now is that a girl was dancing with my son, who happens to be someone's girlfriend. Now, while my son was there, a student came and raped him. My son asked him, "What is this for?" insane start screw, and then he started to fight him. No, my son had no other alternative rather than to defend himself. They fought, and everyone thought that that was it. School dismissed, and they were walking down Spalding Hill. 5 of them attacked my son. My son was walking with about 4 of his friends. Now, bear in mind, let me clear this up. Nobody was fighting for my son. Okay, so any parent that is going to see this and think my son was fighting for your child, that was not the case. One of the boys out of that group who attacked my son hit one of the boy that was walking with my son, and so the boy defended himself and they all fought. Again, everyone thought that that has been done with. Last week, the boy who attacked my son, he didn't go to school last week. Was it Monday or Tuesday? I don't want to lie. I don't remember the specific day. He was in Christina Town, lay waiting my son. Anybody who is familiar with the Christina area know that taxi always let off school kids at down by Jack and when he don't down a park. My son came out the taxi and was walking, and there was the boy who didn't go to school in Christiana Town in plain clothes, lay waiting my son. He attacked my son from back. He hit him once. My son said to him, allegedly, I'm still going to use the word allegedly because I was not there. He hit my son once. My son didn't fight back. He said, I don't want to fight. He hit him twice. My son said, you to go on your ways. I don't want to fight. The third time he hit my child, my son retaliated, as anybody would. Because if it was me from the first time you lick me go lick your back. They fight again. Allegedly, my son win the fight. All right. All of them got suspended. My son went to school yesterday. His grandmother went up by the school. Now, bear in mind, people, I am not in the parish of Manchester. I am outside the parish of Manchester working to send my son to school to get a good education to secure his future, because his father is no more. And he's the only child that I have. Now, where was I? My child grandmother went up to the school yesterday. All she's asking for the contact number for the parent of the child who attacked my son. The dean of discipline is saying that he can't find the logbook, that the number is logged in. The vice principal is saying they have no contact for the parent. Okay then. She left the school. She said I might tell herself to wait down a Winnie and Jack till school over to see what would happen. At this time, my son did not go in the town. He took a different route, because it's like he know that they were lay waiting him, so he did not go into town yesterday. His grandmother was there, and while she was there waiting, because by now they're familiar with her, because she's the one who is always going up by the school, because like I said, I am not in Manchester. A black crown pulled up. 6 of them came out, including the driver who is not a student. They saw her. They were there staring. I walk up and down like them. I look for somebody, and one of them stare up in her face till she have to say, little boy, don't pray me. She said she walked off and she went into the supermarket to buy something. And one of the little boy came into the store, took up a Sprite, and while he was doing that, he was just watching her. In order to get rid of them, she had was to went on her phone, made a call, and said, yes, man, me call the police them a long time and they no come. So them me there wait pan. Because see the one of them come here now. Alright. This morning, she went by the Christiana police station to lodge a report, because apparently those boys are adamant that this fight will not end until my son gets serious hurt. She went to the police station in Christiana, and Corporal Williams, that was stationed at the Christiana police station today, she was giving her a hard time. Why the school not deal with it? Why today when we have so much things for do not come over here so no problem? And the woman would have never take this statement from the lady. Instead, she wanted to give my son grandmother a receipt And there was no occurrence, no statement was logged. So my son grandmother was adamant about taking the receipt because she said, I am yet to make a statement. Long story short, the police lady did not take the statement. My son grandmother had to went to Mandeville, and they had to make a call from Mandeville police station to Christiana police station to ask Corporal Williams, why are you refraining from taking the statement? My son grandmother went back to the station in Christiana, and she still did not get to log the statement because the police lady didn't take the statement. As a single mother now, I want picnic God bless me with. How would any of you mothers feel? Because apparently they don't want to end the fight. And the persons who are supposed to protect, serve and protect us, don't want to protect us. Over and over, I see numerous videos circulating on social media where children have been bullied. And I'm praying to God, please do not let it reach my doorstep, God, please. And here it is. And that is why some of the time people take matters in their own hands, which I don't want to do because the law is here to protect us. But a mother will go to any length to protect their child or children. My son now is in fear of his life. Imagine 6 persons walking around, lay waiting one person. You know how much damage that? And Alphonsus Davis High is not helping matter. They are not. I'm not going to be the one to bury my son. My son will be the one to bury me. A one picnic God bless me with. Me know say picnic act like Saint Yard, and when they're on the road, they are different. So I am not going to sit here and say that my son is a saint. But based on the information that he gave me, I am going to work with it. It's not no, they're picking on my son up by Alphonsus Davis High. When he was in 8th grade, they beat him up brutally. Licking head past step, me have to go to brain scan, left him in a son a bleed. The whole line was all a bleed out. Nothing came out of it. And you went to the station to lodge a report. And the person who is supposed to serve and protect us is adamant about taking a statement. Until what next? Please, me I beg you know. Whoever is seeing this video, share this video so it can go viral, so it reach the necessary ears that it needs to reach. May I beg you to share the video in Jesus' name. Save a child if you can. Save a life if you can. Because I am not going to be the one to bury my child.